Hello and welcome to It's Free IP. I'm your host Felix Chaplin, and after watching Jaws a few months ago, I've been looking for any excuse to make a video about that movie. There are 3 public domain works associated with Jaws, and I've asked my friend Mooney Muses to tell you about them. Take it away, Mooney.
Heyo, I'm Mooney Muses, and welcome to It's Free IP. I'll be a guest host real quick for this episode. Today, we're covering the free IP of Jaws. Well, I mean, it was in the title, so, I hope it's obvious. Jaws. Who hasn't heard of it? Steven Spielberg's smash hit mega blockbuster. Heralded as one of the first modern blockbusters in general, and the thing that popularized bloodthirsty human-eating sharks for the rest of the foreseeable future. Having been released all the way back in 1975, it's celebrated half a century of existence recently in 2025, being only a decade behind my personal favorite Spielberg-related film, Back to the Future. Go, Johnny, go, go, go! That being said, being as old as it is, you can't help but ask the question, how much of Jaws is free IP now? Well, I don't know about you if you'd ever ask that question, but I mean, it's in the script, so while the movie isn't free IP itself, and probably won't be for some time, it does use a couple of public domain stuff in it, as well as actually making one, but we'll get to that one. One of the obvious ones is in the movie itself, Spanish Ladies from the 1600s and Show Me the Way to Go Home from 1925, which are 2 tracks sung in the film. The 2 tracks were used in immediate succession in the same scene, where the 3 main characters, Quint, Matt Hooper, and Martin Brody, all bond together after the continuous failures of not being able to get the shark.
Well, and I do you fair Spanish lady, show me the way to go home, home, home. I'm tired and I wanna go to bed.
But the most interesting one, and let's be honest, the one you probably care about the most, is the iconic cover art of the film itself, which ended up as fair use material from the very start when it was first published in 1974, which, if you're curious, happened because it was published without any copyright protection for it, though the logo did, and the logo is copyrighted, so don't use that. The Jaws art itself was drawn by the late Roger Castell, who is also known for doing the art advertising for Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back 10 years later in 1985. Sadly, The Empire Strikes Back art is not public domain. Shame, though I suppose even if it was, that wouldn't be the point. That's a video for another time, you silly goose. Go interrogate the big man in comments for a George Lucas video or something if you want that. Speaking of which, there he is now. No, not George Lucas, unfortunately. It's just Felix. But that sure be something, wouldn't it? Welcome to the stage, George Lucas. I'm more of a Zemeckis kind of guy.
Thanks, Mooney. Now that that's out of the way, we can do what I actually wanted with this video, analyzing Jaws as a critique of capitalism. If you haven't seen this movie, spoilers ahead. Now, other YouTubers like Trey the Explainer have made videos making the case that the shark isn't the real villain of Jaws. I'm inclined to agree with this take. After all, the shark is a wild animal, doing what all wild animals do to stay alive. Eating. The death of Chrissy Watkins at the beginning of the movie was horrific. So much so, that seeing her remains causes people to react with shock and horror.
May I have a glass of water, please?
Upon finding out that Chrissy was killed by a shark, Police Chief Brody wanted to implement a common-sense solution that would prevent more deaths.
Take this stuff back to the office and get to work on those signs. Beach is closed. No swimming. By order of the Amity PD.
Unfortunately, this idea is shot down by the real villain of the movie, the mayor of Amity.
Martin, you gonna shut down the beaches on your own authority? I'm only trying to say that Amity is a summer town. We need summer dollars.
Well, what else could have done that to that girl?
Vote for Bella?
Well, I think possibly, yes, a boating
That's not what you told me over the phone.
You yelled shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
Not only does this piece of shit prevent the implementation of a solution that would have saved lives, he also tried to cover the shark attack up, all in the name of profit. Sweeping the shark attack under the rug turned out to be a bad idea, to the shock of nobody, because the shark attacked again in broad daylight in front of dozens of witnesses, first eating a dog.
Pippet! Pippet! Come on, Pippet! Pippet!
And then a young boy. Now the mayor suddenly decides to close the beaches, since this attack can't be swept under the rug, but he caves to the slightest pushback from the business owners of Amity Island, who are also only concerned with profits.
Are you going to close the beaches?
Yes, we are.
24 hours.
I didn't agree to that.
Only 24 hours.
24 hours is like 3 weeks.
This scene is also the introduction of my favorite character in this movie, Quint. The mother of the boy who got eaten by the shark offered a $3,000 reward to anyone who could kill the shark. $3,000 in 1975 is worth a little over $18,000 in 2025.
I value my neck a lot more than $3,000, Chief. I'll find him for 3, but I'll catch him and kill him for 10.
Quint's $10,000 counteroffer is worth a little over $60,000 in 2025. That's a life-changing amount of money. Instead of taking Quint's offer, lots of fishermen and amateurs with boats went out to hunt the shark while the beaches were closed. And they caught a shark. The mayor hastily called for a photo op to spread the good news that the shark had gotten caught, but an autopsy on the shark revealed that it wasn't the one they were looking for. When Chief Brody and the shark expert Matt Hooper explained this to the mayor, he refused to close the beaches, and tons of people came to the island for the 4th of July. The 4th of July beach scene is infuriating for 2 reasons. First, the mayor downplayed the last 2 shark attacks.
I'm pleased and happy to repeat the news that we have in fact caught and killed a large predator that supposedly injured some bathers.
Second, look at all the people on the beach. Going into the water doesn't generate a single penny of revenue for anyone. All the people are still gonna spend money in the local stores, restaurants, and hotels. There's an easy fix to get people in the water. The mayor could go for a swim and prove to everyone that it's safe. But instead...
Oh, hi, Larry. Why aren't you in the water?
To absorb
Nobody's going in. Please, get in the water.
Then another guy got eaten by the shark. And now it's time to hire Quint. The latter half of the movie is about the hunt for the shark, and we see clashes between the rich Matt Hooper and the working class hero Quint.
Mr. Hooper, I'm not talking about pleasure boating or day sailing. I'm talking about working for a living. I'm talking about sharking. Give me your hands. You got city hands, Mr. Hooper. Been counting money all your life.
All right. Hey, I don't need this. I don't need this working class hero crap.
This half also serves to juxtapose Quint and the mayor. Both of these characters are driven by the profit motive, but the consequences are drastically different. The mayor didn't have to worry about facing direct consequences for his actions. He was more than happy to put other people's lives on the line so that the businesses on Amity Island could keep the money flowing in. Quint, coming from a poor background, doesn't have the luxury of gambling with other people's lives for his own profit. He has to take on the incredibly dangerous task of catching and killing a 25-foot-long, 3-ton shark. Granted, he does endanger the lives of Brody and Hooper by destroying their radio, but when everything is said and done, the mayor remains alive at the end of the movie, and he's still the mayor in part 2. Quint, on the other hand... The wealthy and powerful are able to insulate themselves from danger and consequences for their actions, but the poor have to put their lives on the line just to survive. Lives could have been saved if the beaches had been closed from the beginning, but while some people have to mourn the loss of loved ones, the only thing the elites of Amity Island ever had to worry about was their bottom line. The scariest part of this is that this happens in real life all the time. Billionaires and corporations are more than happy to harm or even kill people to make a quick buck. You are nothing more than a wallet and a worker drone to the billionaires and corporations that run everything. Hell, just a few months ago from the time I'm making this video, the Roblox Corporation faced a massive scandal because they turned a blind eye to the grooming, exploitation, and even kidnapping of children on their platform, and they fought against the people who were trying to fix this problem. With the typical corporate PR bullshit that corporations resort to in times of controversy, business is carrying on as usual as if nothing ever happened. The moral of Jaws is that under capitalism, human lives are expendable in the pursuit of profit, and when hard times come that affect the wealthy and the poor alike, it is the poor, the working class, who will be fed to the metaphorical shark to maintain the status quo. The next question that should be asked is, how much longer will we put up with being shark bait? That's all the time we have for today's video. What do you think of Jaws? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to like this video, share it with the Jaws enthusiasts in your life, go to the Ko-fi link in the description to stop being shark bait, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss what comes next from It's Free IP.